Hello, my friends. We are going to do a back bending practice today. I think that when I say back bending, I think people get all sorts of different ideas. So when I say back bending, I'm referring to the extension of the spine, the whole spine. So we're going to work in a way that prepares you for some deeper back bends, but you never go deeper than you want to go. It's totally where you're safe, where you feel good, all that. I'm Maeve. We're going to start in supported fish pose. If you have a block to put under your shoulder blades and one under your head, we'll do that. If you want, you could use like a blanket or a towel underneath your chest, arms out to the side, and not your head not lifted or supported in any way. Totally fine. Let's lie down now. So the placement of the block under the chest is, the edge of the block is kind of at the tips of the shoulder blade. And then I have my second block higher so that my head is a little bit elevated. And I feel really stable here. If you don't feel stable, your block might not be in the right spot. It probably is not. So just adjust it. In this position, we're a little passive, and that's very rare when we are practicing back bends, or at least how I want you to be in back bends. So we're a little passive here, and I want you to embrace that. Allow the heart to open, allow the thoracic spine to extend, and it takes on a quality throughout your spine here, other than your cervical. So after a few breaths here, we're going to start to draw a little more connection into how we support this position. So belly draws back gently, and the tailbone kind of lengthens along the floor toward your heels. Fronts of the shoulders drop open. And then without restricting the breath or without pulling in too hard, there's just a gentle awareness in the ribcage of drawing gently inward. Now I'm going to start to actively draw my shoulders a little more open here. Last breath here. And then bend your knees. You can either press up or you can just carefully roll off to the side. And we're going to come onto hands and knees. I'm going to bring my blocks to the top of my mat. I'm actually going to put my hands on here just for a little bit of elevation. You don't have to use them. You might use them. It's your call. Inhale, lift the heart, the head, the tail to the sky. And then exhale, push the floor away around the back. Inhale, extension. This is a back bend. Exhale, flexion. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. Well done. Exhale and round. Come to neutral. Place your elbows down on the floor on two blocks. And you're going to drop your chest toward the floor. You're going to lift the belly up. Press your feet down, press the palms or at least the fingertips together, and start to bring the hands behind your head, behind your neck. One more inhale here. Exhale. Rise, inhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Exhale, right knee to your chest. Step your right foot forward, left knee down. Point the toes back. Press the shin of the back leg down and then rise up. Really continue pressing the shin toward the floor and then energetically drag the back shin forward. It's not gonna move because you're pushing it straight down, but you're now drawing it energetically forward. We're gonna do the opposite with this front leg. Push the foot down and energetically draw it back. Send both arms to the sky. If it's okay, press the palms together, bring the hands again behind the head or the neck. And hug the elbows, the triceps, the upper arm in toward your cheeks, facial cheeks. One more inhale. Exhale, release down. Left hand stays down, right hand comes around, bend that back leg and maybe take the foot. If this doesn't work, you can also be here without actually taking the foot, okay? But if it's okay, you'll take the foot. You can use a block under this left hand. If you want to get a little lower, you can put your left forearm down. I'm letting my shoulder open. I'm pulling with my hand, I'm pushing away with my foot, so I am getting kind of double duty here. Left glutes are engaging. Opening, stretching front of the left hip and thigh. Last inhale. Exhale, release. I'm going to grab my blocks. Straighten your front leg, root the back heel down, lengthen your spine forward. Hands can be on the floor or on the blocks. I don't care how high and lifted you are. I just want you to feel good here. Gently draw the feet toward each other. Last breath in. And exhale, bend the front leg. Step to plank, breath in. Lower to your belly. Slide your forearms forward. Point the toes back, Sphinx pose. Press the forearms down, press the elbows down, press the palms down, draw the chest through. Imagine you're trying to pull your elbows to the back of your mat. Tops of the feet are pressing down, legs are lengthening. And then tuck your toes, forearm plank. Good, look forward, pull your chest forward, pick up your right foot, and then if it's okay, bend the right knee. And then maybe lift the head a little more, so you're getting a little back bend here. Keep that center super, super strong. Re-extend the leg. Do the same thing on the left. You can always put your right knee down here if you need to. If it's okay, bend the knee, pull it in, look a little forward. Pull the heart through, neutralize, release, down dog. Breath in, exhale, left foot comes forward. Right knee down, right toes point back, press the shin down, rise up. Back shin presses down, draws forward. Engage this hip. Front foot presses down, it draws back. If it's okay, lift the heart, press the palms and bring the hands behind your head or your neck. Hug the upper arms in toward the ears.
I hear my grandmother whisper. So much to do.
Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand down. Back leg bends if it's okay. If you want, take the left arm back. Find your foot. So sometimes I do my best to not constantly repeat myself and allow you to have a moment of kind of tuning in and self-instruction. So I already told you on the first side what we were doing, right? If you don't have to remember all of it, but whatever you do remember, just kind of connect to what you're doing and see if you can stay connected in your thoughts to what it is that we're doing in this moment, not just wandering off because I'm not giving you instructions. Last inhale. Carefully release the foot. Blocks if you'd like. Straighten both legs, root the back heel down, lengthen your spine forward. Really nice work. I also don't want it feeling like a quiz, but like, what are your feet doing right now? What are your legs doing right now? Last inhale. Soften the front knee. Plank inhale. To your belly, exhale. Press your hands down, hug your elbows in, tops of the feet press down. Cobra, curl up. Down dog, exhale. Bring your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Exhale, bow down. Rise to stand, inhale. And hands to your heart, exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale halfway. Step your right foot back, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Draw the feet toward each other, rise up. Press the palms, bend the elbows, and then hands to the ground. Plank, inhale. Chaturanga or the floor. Cobra or upward facing dog. Down dog, exhale. Right leg stretches back, keep the hips neutral. Step the right foot forward. Crescent, rise up. Press the palms, bend the elbows if it feels good. Bring the hands behind. Rise up, hands forward, feet forward. Halfway, inhale. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise. On the top, elbows wide, lift your heart. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway, inhale. Left foot steps back, exhale. Crescent, inhale, bend the elbows if it's okay. Exhale, hands to the ground. Plank, inhale. Chaturanga or the floor. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Down dog, exhale. Hips neutral, right heel heavy, left leg back, inhale. Step the foot forward, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Elbows bend if you'd like. Hands down, step forward. Halfway, inhale. Exhale and bow. Inhale, rise. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway, inhale. Right foot steps back, exhale. Crescent, inhale, same thing, but now pause. Root the back heel, reverse warrior. Nice, come around. Plank, pause, set yourself up, chaturanga or the floor. Rise, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right leg back, inhale. Right foot forward, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Root the back heel, reverse warrior. Bring the hands around, step to the top of your mat. Halfway, inhale. Bow, exhale. Rise, inhale. Elbows wide, exhale, heart to sky. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway inhale, left foot steps back. Crescent, inhale. Exhale, reverse. Bring it around, inhale. Step back, chaturanga or the floor. Rise, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Step the foot forward. Crescent, inhale. Reverse, exhale. Inhale around. Step to the top of the mat, exhale. Halfway inhale. Bow down, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway inhale. Right foot steps back, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior. Come forward, side angle. Breath in, hands down. Plank, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right leg back, inhale. Right foot steps to the top of your mat, warrior three. If you have blocks, you are welcome to use blocks here for supported warrior three. Otherwise, anything that feels good with the arms. Inhale to stand. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway inhale. Left foot steps back, exhale. Crescent inhale. Exhale, reverse warrior. Side angle. And release the hand around. Plank inhale. Chaturanga or the floor. Rise, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Left foot forward, exhale. Warrior three, your version. Here. Inhale, rise up. Hands to heart. Exhale, so good. Inhale, rise up. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, heart to sky. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, bend your knees. Look where you're going. Feet to your hands. Halfway inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Elbows wide, exhale. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway. Fold. Rise. Elbows wide. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway inhale. Chaturanga. Inhale, open. Down dog, exhale. Lift your heels, inhale. Stretch back, feet to hands. Halfway inhale. Bow, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Chair, inhale. Good, sit down. Lie down. Knees bent, feet flat, bridge, nice and easy. Draw the shoulders under. Release it with your exhale. Receive that. How does it feel? This doesn't have to be a crazy deep back bend. I hope you know that. Receive the feedback. Adjust accordingly. Inhale, rise up. Can you create, or can you find, can you access, can you cultivate a sense of equal effort throughout your spine? The muscles around the spine, maybe not the spine effort, but the muscles around. A sense of this extension that it's your whole spine. It's not just your low back, please. And as much as it's a lot of your upper, like we're trying to, because your low back is usually more bendy, there's a sense of equal opening. Last inhale, release down. I love throwing bridge anywhere in the practice. A lot of the time we associate this with an end of practice pose, mostly because we're more open then. But I love this pose even in the beginning because it doesn't have to be crazy deep. Inhale, rise up again. Drag your feet toward your shoulders, stretch your knees forward, press the shoulders down, press the arms down. Again, it's not crazy deep, but there's effort with ease here. So you are like, you're trying to be here, right? You're not trying to be here so hard that you can't breathe or your back hurts or something's going to go wrong, but you're trying to be here. Yes. Release it down. Legs lift up. Rise up. Navasana. And like you showed up already. So that was the hardest part. Let's put a little effort in. Always matched with that beautiful counterbalance of ease. Cross your shins. Plank. Step back. In plank, lower to your belly. Bend your right knee. Put your right foot on the back side of your left leg. Press into your feet. Wild thing. And I should have said this sooner, but if you have a strap, don't get it yet, but we're going to get it in a moment. Bring the right foot around, top of the mat, left knee down, and then find your strap. I'll give you a moment. Okay. We don't need a super long stance. I had come in and I was already too long. We're going to take our strap. Everything's optional. It might not work. We're going to put it around the back ankle. And then I'm going to come from above with the arms. So we've done this arm position a number of times. I do want you to come forward enough that you're not on your kneecap. You're kind of more up on your thigh on the back leg. And then there's a little push with the foot and there's a little pull with the hands, and they're equal. And as you can see, I'm not trying to get my hands close to my foot. I don't care where it is in space. I mean, you could, but like that's not necessarily the goal. It's the activation here. Last inhale. Carefully. Exhale. Release. Back toes are going to tuck. Block is great here. Right hand presses down, left heel turns in. Triangle from the ground up. You know you're beautiful. Press those feet down. Big toe, base of big toe, pinky toe, center of heel. Inhale, press into the feet, reverse triangle. Take it up, 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 and back. Soften the front knee. Bring the block with you if you'd like, if you're using it. Ardha Chandrasana. Chapasana, if it's in the cards for you. So bending the top leg, finding your foot, and then kicking away and holding on. Heel comes in toward your hip. Release. Left hand comes around. Left foot steps back. Easy twist open to the right. Yeah. Pinky side of the left foot. Vashisthasana. Beautiful. Stay in it. Stay in your breath. You've absolutely got this. Any modification you need, take it now. Breath in. To your belly, exhale. Left knee bends. Bring the foot behind the right leg. Wild thing. Press and lift. Come around. Left foot's going to come to the top of your mat. Right knee is going to come down and find your strap. Bend the back leg. There's not really any slick way of doing this, I'm going to be honest with you. I was really trying to be slick there. It was not very slick. Hands come from above, and then we're here. We still have that same foundation we had in Anjaneyasana. Front foot pressing down, pulling back. Pad your knee if you need to, but you don't want to be right on your kneecap. You're kind of shift like forward to the thigh a little bit. Yes, yes, yes.
Girl, this ain't sitting real good in my soul. Everywhere this little girl goes, she pick up another obstacle. She was my heart. I don't know the tribe or the fall. But by default, she don't think of me. I thought she was an Indian.
We're going to control this exit. So I'm just going to slide my hands down my strap to bring the foot down. So we're not snapping out. We're not just dropping the strap. Like, be thoughtful in how you come out of that. Back toes tuck, heel turns in, block on the left side of the left leg if you want it, and then build triangle ground up. Yeah, yes.
Everywhere this little girl goes, she pick up another obstacle.
Y'all, I came in today with just like a laundry list of things to do, like the endless to-do list of this week. This week has been a week. And I almost thought, like, maybe I should skip this class and just cancel it. And then I was like, no. And I know this. I'm not saying anything you don't know, but it's like, I know I need this. But sometimes it's the thing that we think we can skip. No. Good, reverse this back. And like, I guess I'm saying this because I feel so joyful right now. Like, I'm so happy to be here. I feel so happy. And I almost like took that away from myself. What a shame that would be. Draw forward. If you ever feel that way, maybe you felt that way today. I'm going to scoot over so I have room next to the wall. Half moon, Chapasana if you want. If you ever feel that way, like we have to sometimes remind ourselves, like, I absolutely know this. I guess that's why I'm like making a point of saying it. It's like, I know this, I preach this, and yet I still struggle making the best choices sometimes. Honestly, I believe that's what most people like know to be true, is that they need certain things, but we just skip them. All right, carefully, we're gonna release this foot. Come around. You can kind of spot this right leg back. Unwind that and come into your easy, gentle twist here. And then we transition this into Vashisthasana. I'm trying to inch my way back onto my mat. Come into center. We're going to do all that again, a little more tempo to it, with some more variations added in. Optional as always. Lower to your belly. Right knee bends. Lift, wild thing. Right foot steps forward. Left knee down. This time with a hand. If it's okay, come around. Release. Triangle. Reverse this. Front knee softens, half moon, top leg in Shavasana if you'd like. Come around, left hand down, right knee bends, twisting, lunge, left hand roots. You can put your left knee down if you need to. Take this right leg back and then maybe bend this right leg. I'm hitting a wall. And kick it back behind you. Breath in, come around. The wall was really out to get me there. Lower to your belly. Left leg bends, roll, wild thing. Left foot comes forward, right knee gently down. Take the foot if you'd like. Release, tuck the toes, triangle. Reverse inhale. Ardha Chandra Chapasana. Trying to get away from the wall here. Right hand comes around, bend the left knee, spot your right foot back, twist to the left. And then Vashisthasana. Maybe take this top foot. Come through center and chaturanga. Rise, inhale. Nice work. Down dog, exhale. Breathe, smooth it out. Inhale, heels high. Knees bent, look forward, feet to hands. Halfway inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise to stand. Beautiful, stay here. Strong legs. Strong center. Hips engaging in. So like you're getting a sense of gently squeezing inward. Pick up your right foot. Pull it toward your hip. Keep your thighs matching. Take your right hand back. I like the arch of my foot, the big toe side, but you can take pinky side if you like. And then don't hinge forward. Just push away. Push away. Push away. Push away. Push away. Push away. And then you might automatically start to move forward. Nadarajasana. Inhale, rise up. Match the thighs. Right arm comes up. Right foot places down. Pause. Exactly the same thing on the other side. So like, just take it slow. If you fall out of the pose, who cares? Left leg bends. Keep the thighs matching to start. Left hand comes back. And then push away. Push away. Push away. Bring the knees back to match. Release the foot. Reach the arm up, place the foot down. Hands to your heart. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Your back bend, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Root down. Right leg back, inhale. Right foot forward, exhale. Crescent, inhale. Reach the hands back. Come forward, standing splits. If you'd like, lift off for handstand. Feet together, chair, inhale. Sink down, lie down. Bridge or up bow. Equal effort in the whole body, equal sensation in your whole back. Rise up. Last inhale and down exhale. Second one, bridge, up bow, or just rest. Like if you're like, oh, I don't need this one, inhale, rise up. Last inhale. Your exhale brings you down. Knees up. Navasana. Cross your shins. Chaturanga. Inhale, rise. That wasn't very neat on my part. And down dog, exhale. Left leg back, inhale. Left foot forward, exhale. Crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, standing splits. Stay here or lift for handstand. Chair. Find your strap. Rise up to stand. Woo. Okay. Combining a couple things we've already done. Nadavajasana, dancer's pose, and using the strap around the foot like we did in that low lunge. So, you're going to take your strap, try to kind of balance the length of it. It's kind of ticky-tack, or if you have a loop, you can have the single tail of it. And then pick the foot up, like try to keep things pretty neat here. So be really thoughtful of how you go in. If you need to hold on to something, I have no problem with that. And then I like to turn my palm, so this way, take the strap, come up, give yourself lots of length, and then both hands come around. And then I'm going to walk the hands back, any amount. You don't have to get your hands like close to your foot at all, but you might. And you start to push the foot away. And it actually feels, for my body, I really like having a little space here between my hands and my foot. Try not to just snap out. Start to slide your hands down the strap slowly so you don't get strap burn. Bring the knees back together. And then you can reach down and release the foot. Yeah? How'd it go? I know it was amazing. I know. Second side. So you're gonna bend your left knee. Take the foot in. I'm gonna turn my left palm to the left and then come around. And then just start the process of walking the hands back. Any amount. And when you feel like you've got like sensation equally from the hip and the shoulders, that's kind of like where I feel like really nice. And then I press away. So today I'm not trying to get my hands to my foot. Today, apparently, I'm just trying to stay up, which is also cool. Slowly rise back up, bring the knee in. Slowly slide. Transfer to one hand, carefully release. Strap down. Feel what you feel. Step out wide. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway inhale. And then fold, exhale. If you've taken class with me for any length of time, you know that I love the idea of headstand, but on my body, it doesn't feel so good. But I also know that it feels really good for a lot of people. So if you're comfortable straddling up into headstand here, don't let me not doing it stop you from doing it. Find an equal sense. You can do Shirshasana 1, or you can do tripod. You want to take a lot of weight in your arms, your hands, so your neck isn't taking more weight than your hands, right? Right. You're on the very top of your head. This is not the day to try headstand for the first time, since I'm not actually teaching it, right? If you did rise up into headstand, please carefully straddle back down. Inhale for length. Bend your right knee, sit over to the right side, Skandasana. As deep or as high as you like here. Over to the left side. You can explore here just like I'm doing. Really nice. Turn to the top of your mat, step your feet together. Rise up to stand, inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. Really, really nice work. I'm gonna take time now for handstand, okay? And if you like to work scorpion in handstand, so you've got this little ting-ting scorpion tail like we did in that very first plank, forearm plank in the beginning class. It's a little element of that. I love, love, love to use the wall, but you don't have to if you're really confident. Using the wall, it's the same as using a strap. Does that make sense? It gives you something to get some feedback. So the way that I use the wall, and I'll go this way, even though it's a small wall space, but I use my toes into the wall to help me to pull my heart through. And so I start to look toward the wall with my eyes and stretch my heart toward the wall. And the toes on the wall gives me some support. I usually do toenails, but I don't want to put my pink toenails just in case it like rubs off on the wall. So we'll see what happens when I get up there. But so thoughtfully, you got to give yourself enough space that you have something to play with also. So you're going to come up. Well, coming up is the first part, right? And then toes to the wall. Press. And then pull through. Okay? So if you want to play with that, play with that. At no point are you just dumping into your low back. You're not just collapsing there. Really strong, okay? So when you come out, I don't want you like, oh. It's usually a sign that maybe you were a little bit passive there. You want to be nice and strong. But you don't have to do that. You can just stay with handstand. If there's another inversion that you want, this is the time. We have 1 more minute.
I'm a big fan of like a single leg kind of scorpion jobby where like one foot's coming over.
I get to play with my balance a little bit there because you know I'm not the best in handstands, so it gives me a little bit more traction there. When you're done, come down onto your back. So you're going to take a moment, just neutralize your spine. I am going to offer one more back bend, Vipariti Dandasana. You could do instead a supported bridge, up bow. But here we go. Knees bend, feet are flat. Hands come by your shoulders and ears. Don't crowd yourself. Give yourself some space. Your arms are going to change anyway. You're going to inhale, exhale, lift up, bring the top of the head down to the ground, and then like move it back to the back of your mat toward your hands. Your hands come behind your head. Your forearms come down. Hug the elbows in a little bit toward the ears, and then push and lift. Good luck with your ponytail if you have one. To come out, forehead down, I'm sorry, not forehead, top of the head down, crown of the head, hand, head lifts, release. Awesome. Feet wide, drop your knees in. Feel your breath. Feel how you feel. Kind to yourself. Drop both knees over to the right. Take your left arm to the left. Come back to center and then knees over to the left. Right arm out to the right. I think I've been talking about this a lot lately. I hope not too much. But we are predisposed to have a negative thought bias. We remember the things that are bad as a means for self-preservation. Like, If you fell on your head doing a back bend, you're gonna remember that, right? Like going into like up bow, you like fell on your head and you're gonna remember that. Good reason, right? Yeah. Inhale, come back to center, hug your knees to your chest. I'm not saying ignore the bad things, because they're there. I would like you to start to skew your thoughts toward the positive, to the things that are good and right and feel wonderful and make you feel good about yourself. Supta Baddha Konasana. Inhale, draw the legs back up. And then use your legs rock up to sitting. Or you can roll over and come up. Okay. Either shins crossed or shins stacked. Pick a side, pick a side. Good, great. This is crazy. Not my head, my hair. My head might be crazy sometimes, but talking about my hair. All right, you can tip forward if it feels good to you. If it doesn't, don't. Rise up, switch. Good, rise up. Find a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. You can use a block, you can use a pillow, anything under your hips if you want. Let your hands rest in your thighs. We're gonna finish with a little bit of breath work, and then I'll give you a moment of quiet. We're just gonna do box breathing, super simple. Inhale for 4, hold it for 4, exhale for 4, hold the exhale for 4. I'm gonna talk you through it twice. And then we're gonna do 6 more rounds after that. So 8 in total, not that much. Hi, Lulu. Lulu's coming for the end. Okay, so big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4. Hold. Exhale. 4. Hold. On your own. I have 2 more rounds wherever you are. When you're done with them, just allow your breath to go back to normal. Feel how you feel. Allow your eyes to open. Draw your hands to your heart in prayer. Just honor yourself for being here today. I very much appreciate spending time with you. So thank you for being here. Lulu, you're late. Thanks, everyone.